Good morning. Welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn, and I'm glad to see you here. Or welcome back if you are a returning viewer. This is a little late, I know, but I have so many new viewers, and I welcome all of you. I do know that sadly it was a very rough announcement and a reason why you found my channel, but I'm glad you're here nonetheless. And hopefully I don't talk too much to drive too many of you away, but that's okay. If I am not your cup of tea, that's totally fine. I'm not everybody's, and everybody's not my cup of tea. It's all good. You know, I can roll with that. Now today, I have to take my own advice. I'm recording this the day after I uploaded the video where I was out up in Columbia and at my appointments, get my eyes done and all that fun stuff. And yesterday and this morning has been really, really hard. Now, I know my store's not affected yet. It will be, I'm sure. But, and that uncertainty is driving me nuts. But my heart breaks for the people that are working to close up these stores and what their life is going to be like for the next month or however long it takes for these stores, these 533 stores to get liquidated. So, not to drag the video down, but my heart goes out to them. And I understand. I really do. So, this morning I've not been my normal cheerful self, right? I've been working on things but I'm easily distracted. I'm having a lot more squirrel moments. I will grab my phone. I will look on my laptop. It's very hard to stay focused this morning. And I think what it is I need you. Plain and simple. That's what I mean. I need to take my own advice. Normally when I close out a video, I say to do something you enjoy, something that brings you happiness, somebody that, call somebody you hadn't spoke with, or somebody that, just do something that brings you joy, right? So I'm taking a page out of my own book today, and I came to you because I never thought this channel would be that for me. But how can I say that people I've never met in person make that much of an impact on my life? But you do. You really do. And I appreciate you for being here and watching me and commenting and, on these bankruptcy videos. I appreciate the support and the outpouring of love and hugs and prayers that we're getting, and the positive thoughts, and thank you. It means a lot. A lot. And I've told my coworkers about y'all and how many people are reaching out and saying, yes, they're, as customers, they're sad to see Joann come to a close, but that their hearts are broken for the team members that are losing their jobs and whatnot. So, thank you. Now, I was going to make the video yesterday before I went to my appointments. I didn't get to because we had a lot of stuff we had to do. And then afterwards, I was in no mood to make my video. Now, today's not been much better, but like I said, I'm going to do it. So, if you got a minute, grab you something to drink, grab your project, sit with me for a minute. Because just knowing you're there helps me. And I've told y'all before, I feel like I'm sitting here talking to a friend, not just a camera. Yes, there are moments to where it doesn't feel as natural, and then there's moments to where it couldn't feel any more natural than if I was sitting here talking to you in person. So thank you for that. And your comments make me feel like it's a lot more that I'm talking straight to you. And it's a cold, wet, rainy day. Well, it's cool. It's 55 degrees. But as I've told y'all, when it rains, it feels like it's so much colder to me. I don't know why. Now, there's not been a whole lot of stitching going on. I've been doing a whole lot of organizing in my space. And as you makers know, whether it's knitting, crocheting, sewing. I had a customer tell me that there's different kinds of crafts. There's the sewing, the knitting, the crocheting. But then there, of those three things, there's also buying the cloth, buying the yarn, buying the notions, buying the tools. So you have the act of making, then you have the act of acquiring the stuff that you need to do the making, and then the third one is organizing all the stuff you bought. And I really didn't think about how much I enjoy doing that. Back in my younger days, I hated to organize. I was like, nope, don't want to do it. But I've never been one to have a huge stash. I can blame Hobby Lobby for that one. The first time I experienced a Hobby Lobby clearance, and I don't remember whether it was 2017, 2018, or 2019. Those 3 years were kind of a little bit of a blur. Or it could be that they're getting blurry the more time goes by. I'm not a spring chicken. And I know some of you wonderful people are older than me, and you think I'm very much a spring chicken. But I don't feel like a spring chicken. And my memory doesn't feel like a spring chicken. See, just talking just makes my mood just naturally elevate. Because I love to talk. Okay, so there's not a whole lot of stitching going on in the knitting and crochet world. I do have a couple projects ongoing that I'm just going to hold off until I finish them, and then I will show you. And then I have my current timeout that I have rescued from timeout thing going, and I'm going to be doing that in a minute once I finish showing y'all what I've actually gotten finished. Now, I had a blue flower project bag that sold out on my website not even a day after I listed it, which is huge for me, huge. And I've had 4 people reach out to me asking, could I make them another? Well, unfortunately, I don't have the material for that anymore. That was almost probably, unless I can get my hands on some thrifted material of the same design, or if Joann actually, they're not going to be bringing out anymore right now, so I probably may not be able to get my hands on it for that. So in light of that, I went to work and I was searching for a similar blue pattern that I could do as a substitute. Well, I found 2 different ones. And I will hold them up for you. These are the small sock sack bags. And I say that because they're perfect for a pair of socks, a hat, a scarf, something small. And I don't list them on my website as such, I don't believe. I might. I can't remember at this moment. But these are my small project bags. And this is the first one that I thought was a gorgeous, and it's like a soft blue flowers. It's kind of like watercolory look. And this one right here has the light and dark flowers to them with some greenery in it. So I bought both of these fabrics, and I bought a yard of each so that I would have enough to make a couple bags of each one. Maybe. We'll see. I've made the large and small of the dark and light blue colored with the greenery. And I have made, I'm going to hold my hand up because it's sold and I don't have it. But if you want to see it, my website is linked below, and you can see the big version of this. It's the same exact thing except this size. It's like she waits until I hit that record button. Yeah, I love you too. And she's fine. She don't have to go out. She's just talking to me. Probably wanting my attention more than anything. But anyway. Sit. Lay down. Lay down. Good girl. Good girl. Stay. Anyway. So, I made these 4 bags. And no sooner than I put these up on the website, the first one sold. The big bag sold. And then I got a message about, do you remember the yarn ball design fabric with the mint bottom and the mint top, the mint green that I had asked on my community post about which one I should do? Alright, if you want to talk so much, why don't you come here and say hey? Come here. Come here. Come here. Come on. Up. Up. Good girl. Say hey. Tell everybody hey. Say hello. I'm talking. Say I'm talking. This is Maya. She's my very vocal grand pup husky. And if she doesn't stop all the yapping to where I can actually have a coherent thought and talk to you, I may have to put her in a room. I've done it before. I don't like to do it, but this is very distracting. So, lay down. And she's back talking to me now. Lay down. Lay down. Like a toddler back talking you. So, anyway, I'm going to keep my hand out like that to her so that she'll understand, maybe, to stop talking. So, anyway, I got those made, and then I sold the small bag of the yarn fabric, the yarn ball fabric. And I had another customer reach out to me and say, do you have any more of that fabric? And I said, yeah. They said, because they wanted to buy the set. So, I'd already had some panels already cut and measured and interfaced, the stabilizer ironed onto it. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. So I don't know, and this is I'm treating you just like I always do. You are my friend. You're sitting in front of me. I had to take the dog out. But I'm going to tell you something. Sitting here, I feel so chilled and so like, ugh. I have to have my tea. I have to have my tea to warm me up. I walk out that front door to take that dog outside. And by the way, yes, I live on 45 acres. But that means nothing to a husky. Not this one anyway. I've got she's got to go out to go potty on a leash. Because she will chase a squirrel. She'll chase scents. It don't matter. She will run. So, she's worse than a Great Pyrenees in that regard. I mean, Great Pyrenees roam, but this girl is a runner. She's not a roamer. She's a runner. It's fine if we're out there playing ball or something with her, but just to go to the bathroom, nope. You have to have her on a leash. But anyway, so I went out there. The minute I walk out the door, and it's not actively raining at the moment, it's got a light little mist coming down, but nothing major. And it dampened the hair, but it did actually wet me, so to me it's not raining. And it's warm. I don't know if it's this tea that I'm drinking, but I don't think so, because the minute I sat down, I started, kind of getting chilled. And it's 68 degrees in my house. 55 degrees out there, but I'm cooler in here. Is it a mental thing? Am I nuts? I don't think I'm nuts, but I do think it's a mental. I think it's just dreary and icky looking out there. Because I'm a sunshine girl. Like to be out there and working in the yard. And, I don't even mind in the wintertime as bad as long as that sun's out. When it's these cold, dreary days. I keep saying cold, dreary days. And that's why I think it's mental. Because, it's cold and dreary. It's not just a dreary, wet day. It's cold and dreary right immediately. So, maybe it is more psychosomatic. I can hear my son saying, what? Anyway, so I wanted to show you these bags that I made. And tell you, I'm going to finish telling you about that yarn print. So, I'd already had some made. Because on that community post, I asked y'all, what did you think I should make first? And mint green, hands down, won the votes. There wasn't a whole lot of votes, so I do appreciate the ones that did vote. Thank you. Because I'm always looking for your feedback. Always. The good, the bad, the ugly, I don't care. Just let me know what you think. That's kind of my mentality. So, I put those up there and said, what should my next bag be? What color should I do the bottom and the drawstring bag? The drawstring sleeves. And y'all said mint green. So I listened. I made it. And the next color was orange. So I was going to make the orange bottom and drawstring sleeve with the yarn fabric. Well, I hadn't had a chance yet. And then the lady emailed me stating that she wanted the big bag and small bags as a set. And I said, sure, So what do? I wasn't feeling it. I really wasn't feeling up to it. My back was hurting because I had been already sewing that morning. But I came in here and I made the small bag. And I put it on my website. And I emailed her back and let her know that it was on the website. Well, actually, I emailed her before I put it on the website. And then, waited the time that I told her I would wait, and then I put it on there. So, I'm glad things are being received really well. But it brings me to my next thing. If I have limited fabric of that, or limited yarn on something of the crochet or knit variety, should I do like one of a kind, or just put something in the listing stating that I won't be able to replicate this, but if you want, I can have a similar fabric, something like that. So, what do you think? I'm, I'm, I, I'm leaning toward doing it, but I don't know if I want to hem myself in. Because you never know what you're going to find if you go to thrift stores or if you go to other locations, which unfortunately will not be really that possible with, I didn't know what that was. I heard it, but I couldn't tell what the sound was. With some of the Joann's fabrics. But anyway, so right now they are having some, if you do Joann fabrics, the keepsake cotton, quilter's cotton, or the quilter showcase, some of the knits, the apparels, are going on clearance. And that has nothing to do with the closings or the bankruptcy and all that. That's just a seasonal thing. As they rotate out stock, the old stock gets clearanced out. So your girl's been busy buying some. Yeah, I have. And on that note, right now, and I hope they're still running this by the time you see this, which will be Thursday. And their patterns are $1.99 right now, except for Vogue. The Vogue patterns are $4.99 right now. Still a great buy, because I haven't sewn clothing in more years than I can count. Or that I want to count. And when I did, it was partly my mom helping me, and then partly a pattern later. So I don't remember what the price of patterns had gotten up to. Well, way too high. Way too high. So when one of the ladies, a customer had came up to the cutting counter, and I was up there, cutting orders for SFS, and she come up and she was asking about how much she would need for this particular pattern, and she put it down there, and she says, she asked my coworker how much it was, and she said that it would be going on sale the following day or the following week. I can't remember exactly what it was. And this has only been last week that this happened, and my brain has just completely washed. But there's been a lot going on, y'all know that. So my brain just hasn't quite logged everything in. But when I looked at her device, I was like, actually, darling, look at this again. It said they were for $1.99, and they would be $1.99. It was Valentine's Day. It would be $1.99 on Valentine's Day, or the 13th. And I told her, I was like, but it's saying it's $1.99 now. So, sorry the video got cut off. I'll tell you more about that more in a second. So anyway, it was saying that they were $1.99 on February 13th or February 14th. Whatever the case, I can't remember. But it was, and I got to looking at my coworker's device, and I said, actually, darling, it's $1.99 now. And again, it's going to go or stay on sale through that date, or that's when the new sale date will be posted. So otherwise, it was just a continuation date rather than like a new sale date. And of course, we started, letting all the people we know, coworkers, customers, whatnot. These patterns are $1.99. Come get some if you want some patterns. Or if you've been, waiting on a particular pattern, it's on sale for $1.99. Come get it, kind of thing. And it actually worked out really good, because we had SFS had been slow, so I was helping the cutting counter put out some patterns and whatnot. And there was this big, humongous cardboard box full of patterns, you know. It's like, yeah, let's get these things done. So, perfect timing, you know. But, like everything else, I can't resist, right? So let me show you. And then I'll tell you what happened to the filming. So, at $1.99, I bought a few. And I think I'm going to go looking for more different kind of patterns. Now, with my peripheral neuropathy, I can't wear heels and I can't... dress shoes are not a good idea for me because I can't feel my feet. So slick bottom shoes are basically a no-go for me. So I don't know why I wanted so many dresses. And that's what I bought stuff for. Now, I will say that a couple of these will work. Well, see, originally I wanted like a sundress pattern that I could wear that would kind of be a little dressy if I needed it to, but I could wear it around the house without feeling overdressed, right? So I was on the clock, so I didn't spend more than maybe 5 minutes flipping through some patterns, and I found these 4, and something about them just was like, ooh. Now, I will admit to, while I was stocking said patterns, looking at them, and none of them really said, ooh, buy me, like these did. So, you know, we'll see. I have more to put up. If they haven't done it by the time I go back into work, I have more to put up. So, I might be coming home with a couple more. So, I'm going to start with the very first one that caught my eye. It's this one right here. This is a Butterick pattern. I think I'm saying that right. It is 6850. Are those two dresses just not simple and beautiful and elegant? I mean, they just scream refinement to me. Or, you know, just elegant. It's simple. It doesn't have to be like over the top. And I would definitely go with a solid color like they have. Now, on this one, they recommend woven fabrics like a crepe, cotton blend, sateen, you know, that kind of thing. And, you know, we'll see. We'll see. Because I got to show you what I bought to go with this. But, yeah, I'm excited for this one. And this pattern goes from from 6 to 22. So I like that they have a good range of sizes. Now, maybe not for anybody over size 22, but if you know how to resize a pattern, you still may be able to use it. If you have that skill, my hat's off to you, my darling. I don't. I need to learn that skill because the pattern that I got free offline for my grandson's hoodie could probably use a little bit of sizing up. So if y'all know how to do that, teach me. Teach me. I'm willing to learn. All right. And then this one, I'm going to leave that one. That was not the second one that caught my eye. This one was the second one. This is a McCall's pattern. It's 8104. Now, I don't like the material that they used on this design because to me, it's so busy that you can't see the beautiful structure of the dress. And you might lose it in a pattern like that. But that's solid right there. I love it. And I love how it gathers up under the breast. And you have that flat piece. And then it goes swish. I mean, it just swishes out from your body. And I'm really excited. That one and this one would definitely go lower. I would not make it that tall. I mean, that short. Only because I got chicken legs And I don't want to be showing off my little chicken legs. Especially if I'm wanting to go for a little bit dressier look. Chicken legs and scars from the many surgeries I've had on my knees. It's just not a look that goes well together. Especially if you're trying to go for something as simple and elegant as this. Now, I did buy enough material. I'll talk about that when I get to the material part. But I have no clue what material I would make out of this one. This one says the same thing. Cotton blends, crepes, dotted Swiss. I might have to Google that. I don't know what dotted Swiss is. Don't know. And this pattern goes from 6 to 24. So it has a wide range of sizes for that one. I've been down this road, y'all, already once today. You just don't know it. This one right here is by New Look. It is $67.76. This dress right here, I would do in this color, in that pattern, everything. This is what made me fall in love with this pattern right here. That dress, that design, that fabric. Now, originally, like I said, I was looking for a sundress type pattern because I wanted something to wear around the house, and if I wanted to go out in the dress without having to change clothes, I could still do so and look appropriate and look nice and not look like I'm wearing a muumuu from the house. And I have a few of those dresses that I have to change out of and put regular uncomfortable clothing on. So this one, actually, I like the sleeveless. I'm so sorry. I like the sleeveless version of that just as well as I like the sleeved version. I'm excited for this one. But I don't know what that material is that they made this one out of, but I like it. It says suggested fabrics. Challis, I think that's how you say it. Creped back satin. Actually, we have some of that at work. But that's not what she's wearing. That's what they're showing in that down there, I'm sure. Jerseys, laundered cottons, lightweight denim, linen blend, silks and silk types, soft, lightweight linen. I can't tell if that's a jersey or if that's a linen. It doesn't have the linen look. It has... But she's so teeny tiny, it's kind of hard to tell. You see, the only thing I worry about with knit fabric is it clinging to me and getting into my little bulges and stuff. I don't want to show all that. That's not attractive to me. So I don't know what kind of material I would use that for. I would probably go with a linen, but I have a feeling that that material right there is going to be only available in a lace. I mean, not a lace. A knit jersey or interlocking. I have a feeling. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. Alright, now this is another McCall's pattern. This pattern right here, the model is showing the split leg, but I think I would want the maxi version. And with the maxi version, I could wear tennies or little canvas shoes that have a good sole on them, and you would be none the wiser, and that'd still look cute in it, right? So I'm thinking I might go with the maxi version because I thought about doing the split leg version just in case I just wanted to sit unladylike. But for one, I don't. 99% of the time, I'm sitting cross-legged. In fact, for the second time telling you this, I'm sitting here cross-legged. Because I know no other way to be. You know, my mom was of the idea that ladies sat with their legs crossed. Young ladies did not sit any other way. Now, I wish she had trained me just to cross my ankles underneath my seat instead of crossing my legs. My orthopedist would like it if she had done that to me. I have caught myself doing that. You know, I'll sit straight, I'll sit up, I'll kind of cock my lower legs to the side and then just kind of barely cross my ankles. But with the ligaments in my knees pop in and out of place. Even just sitting here, my knee is out of joint because the ligaments don't hold them in. So I'm sitting here looking, and my knee goes, doop. I mean, it kind of goes like this, right there. Like this is the bend of my knee, and then right here it kind of comes out like that. If that makes any sense. Anyway, you don't need to know all that, but I was just trying to explain why it's not a good idea for me to sit with my legs crossed. But so I really don't need the split leg version of this. I really want the maxi version. And like I said, with that being that long, and I even like it in those colors, I couldn't wear the white and black only because I would get that white dirty. The other thing I don't really like about this pattern, I bought it anyway. I mean, $1.99. You can't beat it. Because it says stretch knits only. Like such as cotton knits, interlock, jerseys. And we know I wasted that $17.99 fabric that I bought before I became a Joann employee and got the discount. But I bought this cute little cosmos or cosmic print jersey interlock fabric for my grandson a hoodie. Now I was using my old machine, little Miss Sassy back there. I was using her, and it chewed it up. It bunched it up and just gnawed it. And I'm like, ugh. So I'm scared to do the jersey or the interlock, you know, because of the fact that it did that to me. Now, I have Bella now. I have the walking foot. It should be easy for me to do, but I'm still nervous doing it. So what I may do is I may just try to grab some scrap fabric, and I may try to find some that's clearance or something, because I don't have anything here. I don't sew with it. So I might just try to grab it for like $1.97 a yard. Maybe just grab a half a yard or something just to practice sewing it and getting more comfortable with it. Because I do like the idea of this. I don't know, and she's just as thin as the other model, so I don't know if it would camouflage my little lumps and bumps or would it highlight them. I don't know. But it is a very pretty design. I want to try it. And I think I might buckle down and say, get the scrap fabric, try it, you know. Yeah. I might even go thrifting for some. Okay. Before I show you the fabric that I bought for that one pattern, I'm sitting here telling y'all about the patterns, and I do my entire video. I'm not kidding you. I tell y'all bye. I go to get up, cut my camera off, and my screen is black. I sat here talking to the camera for nothing. All of that recording was not being recorded. It recorded 8 minutes after I had come in from taking Maya to the bathroom. 8 minutes. That means 40 minutes of me yapping. I was yapping to nobody. To say I was aggravated is an understatement. Now, I told y'all the reason I was doing this today. To get my mind, you know, to stop this distraction, this discombobulation, you know. I was trying to uplift my mood and get my brain kind of stop seeing so many squirrels every 5 minutes. I'm serious. It was like every 4 or 5 minutes this morning, I was just distracted and not being able to focus on what I was doing. And for me, that's not normal. And I think it's a large part of this whole situation. Yes, my store is safe for the moment, but that doesn't mean it will be. Because I don't think any of them will be safe in the long run. But the uncertainty of when it's going to happen and how it's going to happen, and like I told y'all this at the beginning of the recording. It just, I needed something to distract me and to uplift me, and it was working. I was by the end of what I thought I was recording. I was in such a great mood. Only to stand up and say, what in the world? And I'm like, you know what? Just, can I just stop today? Can I just stop? But no, I can't. Because I'm not going to leave that taste in my mouth that it's like, I don't want to do it now because I don't want to re-record. And there are some things that I am repeating that I said earlier, but it's not in the same way I said it, or, because I don't want to feel like I'm putting on a script, because I'm not. This is me. All my squirrel moments and imperfections and my yapping too much and yeah, you get me. And all my fun self. So, it is what it is. And I was going to come back immediately and tell y'all what happened, but I wanted to finish this situation with the patterns, because you should be able to get these online. If your local store isn't having the $1.99 sale, you should be able to still get it online for $1.99. I'm not 100% sure of that. The only thing I'm 100% sure of right now is my home life. None of my work life is certain for now. So that means none of the things that I think will happen. They may happen, they may not happen. The sales, I don't know. I don't even know how long the online services are going to last. Everything's just too fluid right now. Everything's just, So, if you can, capitalize on these $1.99 patterns if you use patterns. I wing it. I wing a lot of stuff. If you've been with me for a minute, I don't really follow patterns with knitting and crocheting. And, for the first few years, I didn't, because I didn't know how to. And it was more of a necessity self-drafting type situation. Now, that being said, I don't mind taking direction when I don't know how to do something, or I don't want to risk messing something up that I can't undo, like that fabric. Thankfully, I had cut, but by the time I get to do this, it's going to be too small for him anyway. So maybe I can do it for my great nephew, my other grandson. I don't know. We'll see. But I do want to explore some of the ones that scare me a little bit. And if that means getting a lovely little $1.99 pattern to do so, I'll do so. I do want to, I go to work in 3 days. So I'm hoping that I can stop organizing and stop stitching, whether it's on my machine or in my hands, and just stop doing all that enough to go online and see if there's any more patterns that I want to try out, because I do. I want to get some patterns to where the only thing I have to do is find the material for them and then try them. And I may try some of the techniques on scrap fabric first, just so I don't mess up the main piece. But talking about fabric, I told y'all I had a fabric for this dress, right? So I bought This was $2.97. It was on clearance. And it is a crepe. It is the Casa Solid, which is... Casa's is a Joann thing, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. You know I don't mind being corrected. But I think it's a Casa Solid. I think it's a Joann situation. So, anyway. This color is perfect for this dress. Now, yes, I think the yellow is gorgeous. And this pale, almost white blue is gorgeous. And I could rock either one of them colors. Maybe not the yellow as much. Unless I was in the summertime and I really was out in the yard mowing and working my greenhouse. And I'd gotten a good tan. And maybe I could pull it off. But this I could pull off regardless. This color, you know I'm a blues and a purples girl. But aqua and turquoise, I love it. I absolutely love this color. They had a hot pink one, and I was so tempted to get it, but I didn't. For one, I wasn't sure that I could pull that off unless I had a really dark tan. And two, it was $5 a yard. I'm not paying $5 a yard right now. No, ma'am. No, sir. Not doing it. Especially when I'm not 100% sure that I can get this material. This is one of the materials that it recommended. Because it says, medium weight woven fabric, crepe, cotton blends, and sateen. It says another word, but I'm not 100% sure how to say it. It's Gabardine. Gabardine? Gabardine? Not a clue. Not a clue. So, I bought this lovely little thing. And I bought 3 yards because that's all they had on the bolt. Or that's all we had on the bolt. So, hold on. I have my thing from the cutting counter where my coworker did it. Yeah, it was $2.97, and the color's called Radiance. And it is crepe. But it was only 3 yards on that bolt. So I told her to go ahead and, I wanted it. But the size, it says 3 1/8. But I don't have that. But, like I said, I don't necessarily have to have it that long. I'm not doing that short, but I'm gonna be doing it, a little bit lower. And then, this is the pattern that I bought the sizing for. Bought the material for. And it doesn't have sleeves. So what I save on length, I'm going to be using on my sleeve. So I'm hoping, and if I have to go an inch or two shorter on the length, because I don't have that 1/8 of a yard, that's okay. I don't mind. I can make do. Okay? I can make do. But, and this is something I said the first time I recorded this video. What I don't understand is looking on the back of this, and it says, and yes, I'm looking under my glasses because I'm supposed to wear bifocals, but I don't. But these are so small that I can look directly under them, and it's okay. It says 3 1/8 for size 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Wait. I didn't notice this the first time. I thought it was only 10, 12, and 14. It says 3 1/8 for all of these sizes. I wonder if it's because this is a 60-inch. Well, this one isn't quite 60-inch. This is 58-inch wide fabric. Maybe that's why it's all the same. Maybe. Because you're basically making the entire dress. You just have to, I don't know. Y'all educate me on this, because this makes no sense. This kind of puzzled me the first time I recorded this video, but now it's downright tripping me out, because you go 12 different sizes, or no, not 12, 6 different sizes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 different sizes with the same amount of yardage. I don't know. I don't know. And while it's very similar for the ones up top, for the other version, because they got this version, and then they have this version with long sleeves. So I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm sorry. Alright. Since I've already recorded this video once, I'm a little tired now. And I don't mean to be. So this version might not be as long as the last version. And that's okay. You know what? I'm sure y'all can do without me yapping in your ear for too much longer. I did want to tell y'all about the tea. Now, remember the last time I was drinking the new tea and I said, if I like it, I'll tell you about it? Well, I wasn't sure. I mean, by the time I got finished with that first cup, I was kind of sure that I liked it. But by that second cup, it sealed the deal. I was like, yep, that's some good stuff. And that's this Fireside Vanilla Spice. It's a little Walmart tea. It's really, really good. But if you remember, I had bought a cinnamon apple spice, right? And I told y'all that I could not get myself to make this taste good to me. I mean, it smells delicious. It smells like cinnamon sticks gone crazy. But now reading it, it says it's got cinnamon, hibiscus, chamomile, chicory, orange peel, natural cinnamon, and apple flavors. But I don't really... But anyway, I couldn't get this thing to taste good to save my neck. So, you know, I have to use, in that big cup, I have to use 2 tea bags, right? Or it's just like mildly flavored water. And if I'm going to drink water, I'm going to do it like this. I'm not going to sit there and drink warm, mildly flavored water. I'm just not going to do it. So, see, even talking about water made me want some. Anyway, so what I did is I did one of these and one of these. And let me tell you, that is the perfect combination for me. Perfect. Now, I still like my throat coat with the slippery elm. I still like it. But I am reaching for this as just as much as I was reaching for the slippery elm throat coat. And I'm really surprised. This Fireside Vanilla Spice has licorice in it. Cinnamon, ginger, licorice, cardamom, and natural vanilla flavor. So, we'll see. I don't taste the licorice in that at all, and that's what's kind of tripping me out. It might be very mild. I don't know. It is caffeine free. Because your girl only needs caffeine 1 time a day. And that's when I drink my little Mountain Dew in the morning. And I'm good to go. Because otherwise, I'll be bouncing off walls. I showed you this in the first recording. I will update y'all on the next time. Because I've been talking too much today. And this is the second time I've had to make this recording, and I'm done. Sorry, did not mean to yawn that hard. When I realized that my recording wasn't recording, I noticed that I had a text message from my daughter-in-law. She's wanting me to come hang out with her and my grandson. So I think I'm going to go do that. She wants to ride up to the next exit and then wants me to hang out with them for a little while. And that's totally cool. I'm in a much better frame of mind now. So thank you for that. I know, it sounds weird that I came on here to take my own advice and to do something that brings me joy, but I did. And it was successful. Even with the technical glitch of my storage being way too full and it not recording anything. Even doing it a second time, I'm still, it has helped me. Thank you. I really appreciate that, especially if you've made it to the end here. And the way I closed it out on the other one, I'm going to close it out just like that here. It's not going to be as long-winded. But regardless of the situation with Joann or with any supplier that you get any of your stuff from, don't sweat it. We are resourceful. We're going to find stuff to make things with. Makers are going to make regardless. We are resilient, and we need this for our sanity and our peace of mind, and just for mental exercising and physical exercise, for your hands and your arms. And we need this. We need to make. So don't let it get you down too bad. And thank you for all the support you're showing me and all the other team members, especially the ones who the stores are closing and getting liquidated. So I appreciate that. And I'm going to give you the advice that I always do, that I took myself today. Do something that brings you joy. Do something that makes you happy. Talk to somebody that makes you happy. Or you don't have to talk to anybody if that makes you happiest. No judgment, just do something that brings a smile to your face. Okay? I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a great one. Bye-bye.